Ladies and gentlemen, what a dream. Ace is in the big blind. I got 6 bigs.
Miss Patty, can you confirm I can...
You can drive my scooter. If you hit somebody, I am not responsible.
This is amazing.
I'm getting my computer set up, playing the 2650 8 million guaranteed Venom. I have flopped the flush. Not a good start, I'm an idiot. Oh, he's coming for it. He wants his chips back now. And I know a lot of people out there have hit low points, myself included. Not like that. Not like that, man. We need some luck here. We gotta jam the button. We got 9 blinds with a suited king. Wow, feels good to get lucky. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday night here in San Antonio, Texas. I am not playing a tournament tonight. I get to play my, live poker 1-2 times a week. But man, I was thinking about it and I just don't have the stomach for another free roll. Tonight, cash games. Max buy-in 500. Boom, sit down there. Hopefully not have to spend $2,000 and make $2,000. Leave whenever I want. Stay tuned, stay focused. And for all you people that were like, oh my gosh, if I don't care about the online, you're fast forwarding through it. This is my life. I'm sharing you my life. I play online poker the majority of the week, and then I get to go play live poker at other times. And I'm bringing you into that. I hope you've enjoyed the online stuff, but tonight is live poker, so we're gonna get into some hands. Friday night, let's get it. Snap of a finger, we are here at the lodge. We're about to go see if we got a seat, what the games are like. I think there's like 7 or 8 tables. Hands are coming, let's go. Welcome to an episode of Drew in the Dark, where I play my first hand or so without looking at it to let the table know that this guy's capable of anything. All right, we're on a hand. Here's the board. And I haven't looked at my hand yet. How much is in there? I have 75 less or something, okay.
75. 200. All in.
Did you look at your hand?
I did.
Okay. Okay, let's see. The grand reveal. I tried to get cheeky. I actually had a pair. Have a pair. Okay, let me think. Dang, my poker brain's not ready for this. How much more is it? It's 70, 80... 290 total. Dang, that was a fast all in. If you would have thought, I might have paid you here. Oh, this would be a sick bluff. I'm gonna give you an extra $100 if you show a bluff here. I fold. Okay, nice hand. He shows the ace 10. I had 2-3. Can you believe that? I almost got 2 pair. Would I? Oh yeah, that would have done it. All right. Not a good start. I'm an idiot. All right, and now that my table image is set, I can add on some more chips and get to the action. I'm in the $5 straddle here with King 10 offsuit. The cutoff calls, the small blind and big blind both call to 5, and I decide to raise it up to $30 here. I find that a lot of players who just call the 5 here are going to be incredibly weak, and it becomes a question of whether or not I think I can outmaneuver my opponent's post flop with my aggressive image and me wanting to get warmed up a bit. I decide to pump it up and go from there. Only the small blind calls. We go to the flop of ace 7 8. Small blind checks. I bet 30 bucks, and then my opponent, to my surprise, raises to $60. It is a min raise of what I bet. This is very uncommon. And what else is also uncommon is me making it 90 here. The small blind very quickly calls, and we go to the turn. The turn brings the king of diamonds. I make my pair. I decide to slow down here a little bit, thinking I'll be able to get some value on the river if I did now take the lead. The river comes a 4 of clubs, and my opponent checks, and I actually decide to check too, like a big old wussy for some reason. I flip a coin on the river whether I want to bet or not, but it was early. I wanted to see his hand, so I checked it back, and it did end up winning versus the 8-6. So my opponent had check min raised, second pair on the flop, bad kicker, and I don't really know why, because for that amount, a lot of players are not going to fold, so just going to be in a bloated pot out of position, but can't really say too much because I also did a bunch of clicking as well and played my first hand dark, so what can you do? Now I'm in late position with ace of spades, king of spades, a beautiful pre-flop hand. $5 straddle is on. Early position, it makes it 15. Middle position calls, and I, in late position, pump it up to $55. The straddle folds, early position goes all in. Middle position folds, and it gets back to me, and I have an easy decision here. I have to call about another $100, and I have one of the best hands in poker, so I make the call, and we are off to the races. I flip over my hand, ace king, versus the ace 10. Flop comes ace deuce 10. My opponent now has 2 pair, and I need to catch up. The turn brings a 7 of diamonds, and the river is a jack of clubs, and I lose this $272 pot.
Who are you destroying souls for today?
Now I'm in the $5 straddle. I look down at king of spades, queen of spades. Early position calls the 5, middle position raises it 15. Big blind makes it 15, and then I have a decision in the straddle with my king queen suited. Do I want to raise? Do I want to call? Early position is short. I don't mind taking this hand and playing it post flop, so I flick in the call. Early position calls as well, and we are 4 ways to the flop. Flop comes 2 clubs, 4 spades, and 9 of clubs. Big blind checks. I check, and the early position player goes all in for their remaining $18. Middle position calls 18. The big blind folds, and then I call with my 2 overs, backdoor spades, backdoor straight draw. One player's all in. 3 to the turn, which brings a jack of hearts. I check. The middle position player bets 45, and I have a gut shot. A pot is building, and I still have 2 overs, so I decide to make the call. The river brings the king of diamonds, and now at this point, I do believe that I very well could have made the best hand. Do I want to check here and allow for my opponent to continue betting? And I think that is a good option, and I will select that option more often when I'm playing online. But in live low limit cash games like this, and in live low tournament buy-ins, I think that players are underbetting the river just way too much, and that we have to take the lead here because this river is going to get checked way too much. So I decided to lead out here for $65 into the $200 pot. Could be pretty standard being out of position to lead this size. The question is, if I made top pair here, what worse hands can my opponent call with? And I decide that my opponent's range contains a lot of 9x, maybe some 8s, and maybe a jack sometimes, hands that are going to check back. So I have to choose my bet size very appropriately, and I think that this $65 bet is going to get called a lot. My opponent does end up folding after a long trip to the tank, and then I end up winning versus the 4-5. So the $200 pot coming my way. I'm in the small blind now with the 10-9 of clubs. $5 straddle is on. Middle position makes it 20 bucks. Player in late position calls, button calls as well. I want to see as many pots as possible, so I decide that I wanted to just call here with the 10-9 of clubs and take a post flop. Go from there. The big blind folds, and the straddle player makes the call. We're going 5 ways to the flop. The flop comes ace 6-3, all clubs. I have flopped the flush. So I decided to check here and hope that the middle position player who made it 20 pre-flop was going to continue to tell the story that they have an ace here. Early position checks behind me, and then middle position player bets 75 into a $100 pot. Late position and button fold. It gets back to me. I took a bit of a gamble here. I think raising is going to get called a good bit, but if they do have a big ace here and a club does not come on the turn, I think that I might be able to get all of it. Early position folds after I call, and then it is just myself and the middle position player to the turn. Turn pairs the board, 6 of diamonds. I check, and then my opponent sadly decides to check as well. The river comes, it is a jack of clubs. So now if my opponent happens to have a single club in his hand, I am likely going to be defeated. So this is another situation where I think if I check the river, I am going to be missing out on a ton of money. So I choose a similar sizing as I did in the last hand. I go about a third of the pot. I bet 75. This time they make a pretty quick call, and I end up shipping the $400 pot versus the ace of diamonds, queen of spades. So fortunately, my opponent did not have a club and had a strong enough hand to call. $5 straddle is on. The cutoff calls 5. I'm in the small blind with pocket 10s. I decide to raise it up to 20. Only the cutoff calls. We go heads up to the flop. The flop brings queen 7-7 rainbow. I decide to pot control the situation. I could value bet here, throw out a small bet, get called by some ace highs, some overs that have back doors, even pocket 8s and 9s I do not think are going to be folding to this flop, but in this instance I did decide to check. My opponent checks as well, which in a low buy-in live cash game, I do think that this is going to mean a lot of the time that my opponent does not have a queen, but my opponent still can have a 7 and be getting trappy. Turn brings the 4 of clubs. At this point, I have to start betting betting my hand for value. 47 in the middle. I decide to bet 15 here. Cut off calls, which has me feeling pretty good. At this point, I think my opponent could have a worse pocket pair than mine. The river brings an ace of clubs. Backdoor clubs have come in the event that my opponent did call with like an ace four suited or a ace whatever else holding. They have got there on the river. So I throw out a cheeky $5 bet, and my opponent gives it the whatever call, shows pocket eights. So I think I got max value. Maybe I could have got $10. Regardless, we pick up this small pot. But it was just another instance of betting some value on the river and not allowing our opponent to bluff us. All right, taking a little break here from the game. We're going to go check on our buddy Victor, who is in the free roll that we didn't play, but he's got a stack. I think so. Let's see.
There he is right there.
He had asked me to stake him in this tournament so he could play the Friday night free roll at the lodge. So I did. Looking good, buddy. Victor Cam, good luck. Looking good. I love looking at these chips, man. They're so colorful, right? He's been in a bit of a tough spot lately, so I'm really rooting for him. So we will keep you posted. More on that later. Shows the bluff. Nice hand, buddy. I'm in the $5 straddle. I look down at 6 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, 6-5 offsuit. Early position calls, late position calls, small blind calls, and then I decide to check in the straddle for the 5. We go 4 ways to the flop. The flop comes king 4-4 rainbow. I have nothing on this board, and with my opponents checking around, it would seem that they don't have much either. The turn brings a 7. I now have an open-ended straight draw with everyone checking around the flop, and now me having some extra equity. I decide to take the lead after the small blind checks. I bet $20 into a $21 pot. Only early position calls. We go heads up to the river. The river brings the 8 of spades. The backdoor flush has come in, but I've hit my straight, so I need to value bet. Now at this point, I don't think that my opponent has much, and I am going to be choosing a sizing here that polarizes me a little bit more. I choose $55 into the $61 pot, and after a little bit of a deliberation, my opponent says that they are going to fold. They show the 7-8, but they said,
I was going to call any non-spade. I felt like you were betting on the come there. So if you had a king, you would have got my money. The spade didn't come. So the spade cost you money either way.
So that is actually them taking a little piece of me with them by giving me that comment and letting me know how unlucky I was that the wrong suit came out on the river when I made my straight. It was a funny moment, but I end up taking down the over $100 pot. It's been an up and down night so far at the tables, and a new player comes to the table, Miss Patty. She sits to my right. Miss Patty, can you confirm I can...
You can drive my scooter. If you hit somebody, I am not responsible.
Okay, there we go. I have been given the confirmation.
Okay,
here. She offers to give me her scooter cart so that I could run to the bathroom because I was holding off on this one hand. I was like, oh, I want to play, but I can't. I got to go to the bathroom. And she's like, oh, you could take my cart. All right, here we go.
There you go, Drew.
Huh? None of your business. Okay, I'm afraid though. Thank you. Thank you. I probably would have got there quicker if I just got up on my feet and walked. But I mean, if somebody offers you to drive their scooter to the bathroom 30 feet away, what are you gonna do, right? Look at this bad boy. I want one now. I want one. I need one now. All right, let's go. Going back. Oh, wow, this thing got power though. Oh, we also have the horn. Yeah. Corn dogs? Yes. For sure. Yeah. This is amazing. What a great day. So what did you get?
That would be good.
Pocket tens versus from 653.
That's painful. What did you cash out?
268.
Okay.
Off of the $30.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Happy to hear it. I make my way back to my table and look down in early position at the Jack-8 of diamonds. Pre-flop action goes under the gun, calls 2. I make it 15 to isolate the limper with a hand that I think can flop well, play well post-flop. The button calls, small blind calls, and the big blind folds. Under the gun, folds as well, and we are 3 players to the flop. Flop comes 9, 4, 7. 2 spades. Small blind leads out for 20. I have a gut shot here and a backdoor diamond draw 1 over card, so I make the call. The button folds, we go heads up to the turn. The turn brings a 5 of hearts. Small blind bets out 40. Now at this point, I have still the gut shot from the flop, but now I have picked up an additional gut shot on the turn with the 5 coming in. With my specific hand, I like a raise if my opponent is indeed just block betting and betting a second best type of hand here, or even a 9x with a weak kicker. I'm going to raise this up here to set up a big bet on the river to get them to fold out those hands. So I don't overinvest on my turn sizing. I bet 100. The small blind does call, and then the river brings a jack, and something confusing happens here. The small blind leads into me for 70, and typically when you raise a player on the turn, they do not lead into you on the next street. So this was really confusing for me. I had to slow it down and rework this entire hand to make sure that I am not just punting off here, calling with my now top pair on the river. And my opponent also, at the right after they had put out the $70, they started to engage in conversation with another player at the table. They put on what I viewed as a fake smile, and this is something that I've seen a lot at the live poker tables, is when players are in uncomfortable spots, they might try to do a reverse tell on you, where newer players, very recreational players, when they make a big hand, they try to look away from the table. They try to get involved in something else, not involved in the hand, to make it seem as if they don't care about the hand. Very, very new players, when they do that, it's likely true they have a monster, especially older players that I've run into. But the players who know that and are maybe, let's say, 1 or 2 skill level notches above them, they start to try to manipulate that. I see that. You can tell a fake smile when you see it, so I knew my opponent was at least a little bit uncomfortable. So I finally make the call for 70 and find out that my opponent had the Queen 9, so top pair from flop, and they actually did what I did in quite a few hands here tonight. They block bet the river so that they wouldn't have to face a bigger bet from me after I raised turn, but there was a different turn element here with me raising. So this was a very interesting hand, and my opponent wins here, honestly. Even though I ended up winning and dragging in the over $400 pot, my opponent took a really good line on the river here and removed me from betting bigger than what I would have.
All right, time to cash out. Go home, sleepy. 1 a.m. In for 1,000. Cash out. 925. That's $80. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Another Friday night walking out of the lodge, and tonight we ended up playing for like 4 or 5 hours or something. I thought I was close to break even, and I was. I actually only ended up losing $75. When I first sat down, I didn't have the camera on or anything, and I played a couple hands dark, you know what I mean? I was getting a little splashy, just like whatever, having fun with people. We battled back from the punting, which it was. The vibes were nice. I'm happy to have played. Even though I didn't win, it was a great night. One more thing that I need to touch on here. The reason that I highlighted my buddy earlier, his name's Victor, by the way, in the free roll, went over to check on him and everything. He has kind of hit a low point in poker, and I know a lot of people out there have hit low points, myself included. 0 bankroll. He's kind of going through a tough time, just broke up with his girlfriend. Him and I have been chatting. I was like, look, you have to find your bankroll though. We got lunch, and then he told me that he went and cut his neighbor's grass, made $60. I was like, hell yeah, buddy's starting to get it, right? He's got $60. He takes half of that, and instead of building his roll, which we talked about, build your online roll, you can grind multiple tournaments, low buy-ins, $300, and boom, you're back in the game. Just gotta grind, man, you know, earn it. And he takes his $60 and he goes and plays the free roll here at the lodge. So he spent half of his 60, and then he ended up final table bubbling the tournament for like $250. And the first thing he thinks about and what he wants to do is he wants to go play the Art of Poker up at Austin. $250 buy-in when he has his bankroll. your bankroll is right there. You could start, like, this is not a good habit, and he knows he's a degen. But there's really only so much you can tell people. At this point, I don't know what he's gonna do, but I did want to share this, and he said it was okay to share. I talked about it, and I mean, if you've ever been there, comment below. If you got friends like that, man, when they're on their, like, last whim, you kind of know what they need, you push them towards it, and then they still just, you know, people got to make their own mistakes. While I do not root against him, I think that it would be better for him to lose this and feel it again, you know. That's it for today. I'm definitely going this time. You're not gonna see me again until, you know, the next segment. What's going on, YouTube? I'm live playing the 2650 8 million guaranteed Venom. This has a top bounty of 500K. It's a mystery bounty. We're only one tabling. Usually we're playing multi-tables, but when we're playing the Venom, we like to max focus and just one table it. So hopefully we have some big run in a day 2 to report to you later. But for now, you're gonna have to check out these clips. Ladies and gentlemen, what a dream. Aces in the big blind. I got 6 bigs. 7 bigs, including the big blind here. And we got aces. Come on, baby. Start the spin up. Start the spin up. Let's go. A triple up would be even better. We could get up to 20 bigs right here, everyone. All right, good luck us. It's fun. All right, come on, come on. Trying to decide if I wanted to just call so a player behind calls. All right, hold the aces for a 99K pot. Third starting stack. Third of the starting stack. Okay, cool. Double one. Double one. All right, come on, baby. Big hand. Cut off. It's not terrible for 10 bigs, huh? 11 bigs. Not good versus an open. Folds to us. We'll have to think here for a second. All right, 10 bigs, A6, cut off. Yeah, we're going in. Oh, yeah, we're going in. Good luck, us. Bust out of this bullet. We will re-enter today. Nacho, don't do me like this. Don't call with the deuces. Oh, he's got a monster. Jeez. We hit a 6. Can we hold? One more. Wow, feels good to get lucky. 41K, half a starting stack. We got 3 bets. We're not folding. Not from the stack depth. Not versus these players. They're too good. Oh, he's coming for it. He wants his chips back. No. All right, everyone. Come on, baby. All right, let's get this dub. We're right back in this game, baby. Come on, hold it. Not like that. Not like that, man. Jeez, oh, that was starting stack, man. That was starting stack. Now it just cost us right there. That just cost us 2650. Dang it, man. That's the way it goes sometimes. You get an ace queen versus queen jack suited, and you bust out. We're on bullet 2, so hopefully this one goes better. The data I have, I just have to fold. What's up, B Fresh? How are you today? Thinking about getting another dog. Thinking about getting into fostering. Thinking about getting into fostering dogs. The thought, I've been really motivated by the thought of it since seeing us post from this rescue where we got Noodles here recently. Put out a post that they were at capacity. I guess I'm gonna call jam turn. Or should I just go for all of it versus ace queen now? Super nutted. Just get like max value. And he has king queen, assuming like if I had ace queen, stuff like that. I think he still has ace queen called small blind. Oh my gosh, the river is terrible, dude. The river is terrible. Can't even sit anymore. I don't even think I could value bet here because I don't think he plays any hands I beat. I just don't even think I could value bet here. This is so gross. All right, so we pick up a pot there, and that's going to lead us into the break. 60 bigs. Let's get busy, everyone. We're going up to 6 babies. Actually, I'm going to get a little cheeky here. I'm just going to call. I'm just going to get a little call in here. Noodles. Noodles, we got them to raise, buddy. We got them to raise, Noodles. Yes, 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 we got them to raise. Come on, man. All right. Do we jam here? Call? Yeah, call in position, go from there. Come on, chat. Oh my gosh, come on, let's get a double. Noodles! Let's get this double. They got there twice on us. And we got tricky with aces. Anything else need to be said? Some of you might think, oh, he deserves it. It's what he gets. Maybe you're right. Maybe it just sucked that time. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm gonna go take Noodles on a walk. We're gonna go for a little adventure, buddy. But yeah, here's what it is. You know, I decided to play the hand the way that I played it, ended up busting. But I'm mostly gonna chill. That's gonna end this week, you know? C'est la vie. What's going on, everyone? Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, very early. I'm very tired, but I do enjoy these early grinds. It is MTTs on ACR today, and actually in San Antonio today, it is snowing. It's crazy. We got a cold front coming through. We got winter storm warning. People are shutting down. It's crazy.
All right, but before the stream, let's just say hi to Noodles a little bit. Oh, you are such a handsome boy. Oh my gosh. Are you gonna have a good day today? It's cold out, but he got a nice walk, make nice poopy, right? Okay.
I am getting my computer set up, loading up the things, and we are going to begin grinding in just a little bit.
Friend of stream over here in the pillow. Plus we just turned a queen's full versus a check call. We're gonna bet again, 9.5 blinds out there. All right, checkmate raise. I just call, we get it in on river. They have a 4 here. They might have 10s full. They have quad 4s, then so be it. They have quad 4s. Wow, oh my gosh. That's crazy, man. All right, we need some luck here. We got to jam the button. We got 9 blinds with a suited king. We need a diamond. King. Oh no, I didn't even, they flopped a boat. We don't need a diamond. What am I saying? Ugh. All right, there goes one of our sweats. All right, nice turn. We immediately turn the flush. Question is, what do we bet to our opponent here? Go half pot, click, yeah. Wow, they jammed. Huge hand here on the final table bubble, everyone. Good luck us. We're not folding. Oh my gosh. Painful. Down to 16 bigs. Ah, what a cooler, man, huh? We have just ended our Tuesday stream, and though we ended up losing $300, which isn't too bad, but we did fire. We played for over 8 hours. But the good news is we made day 2 of 2 big tournaments on ACR. So we have a sweat for this coming Sunday. One was a $5 75K, which has a top bounty, mystery bounty of 7,500. So that's exciting. That'll be coming up at the end of the week, and you'll be able to see the results from this and if we pulled any big bounties. Also, the 150K mystery bounty, $22 buy-in, top bounty, and that one is 15K. So that is exciting. We final table bubbled 3 final tables. 1 baby final table where we busted like 7th or 8th, and we cashed 7 tournaments. So it was a lot of action to just have only 2 day ones to show for, but they're decent bags. I can't complain. Now I'm kind of set up for Sunday. That's what the grind is, man. Sometimes it's like that, just setting up for the future, hoping to stay alive, keep the bankroll just above water sometimes, and until the next big moment. So let's hope this Sunday is our next big moment. All right, see ya.